Good evening, guys. It's 6:31 p.m. Today is August 11th. So let me walk you through the pre-market notes. So today's notes, I didn't tell you anything. Basically I gave you the levels. That's all, and I'm giving the information like what buyers need to do. But I didn't tell you clear cut what you need to do today. Usually I am very clear, right? That hey, today support favor buyers or sellers, right? Today I just gave you rough idea that above this buyers have to hold above certain levels, and that's it. If they don't hold it, and if you see something, there is a opposite scenario, right? But overall, buyers have a control above certain levels. So note is written from that point of view, because now price was aggressive. See, it was already higher up, and then there was a news at 8:30, and then price again went higher up, right? So now it is too much aggressiveness, crazy buying was going on, right? So going into RTH, there is no point even trading today, at least for the long side higher up. So I didn't take any longs at the higher up, and I let go entire price go higher, So of the open, I didn't go long. I just, even though I knew buyers are controlling it from higher up levels, I didn't take the longs. Neither I shorted it even. Neither. I did not do anything. Later in the day, like after a few minutes, when I saw something, then I took one short. And then entire day, pretty much. I took the short in between, because I was working on my deck. So I did it like in between, like few shots here and there. And then I took the longs at the key levels, because the whole idea was to wait for that long setup. In the morning, price was going up. Okay, so while I'm talking, at least you can read through this key information. See, this is very good information to keep in mind for next week and this week, So just keep this in mind. See, these are the key areas, and this area acted today. Okay, so NQ also same thing. You remember these levels, So because of this, NQ also came down today, and then gold, you can read through this. Dow, you can read through this. All these things, rim numbers are very powerful, 470 and 448, right? So these are the notes, and let me go here, right? So of the open, we were watching actually, right? So I was waiting to see whether price comes to that 448 area. See, that was my long right there. But price did not come there. See, I had an auto long set up right at 448. I didn't want to go long here or here. While price was chopping around at 480, I knew 480 may turn sellers area into buyers area, right? So, but I didn't want to go long. I want to go long exactly at 448 or somewhere here, But as usual, buyers just grabbed it even from this VWAP ahead, like 2-3 points ahead of this VWAP, right? So I was watching this thing. I could have gone long here also, but I didn't want to pay any single extra point. So, and this VWAP buying was not planned today. Today was, I didn't talk about that buy at VWAP, Even it was at confluence here, yes, then you buy it, but it was already moved up, right? So there was no technical buying, but at least the information was that yes, buyers were controlling from the VWAP, That is what they did as usual. So I let it go, and then ES also I let it go. So both went higher, right? So fine, I watched it here also. Even actually I took a short here, right at this 511, and then I was holding, and then I built out pretty much somewhere around here. I didn't even take the profit, because in the Discord I said price has to come down one time. This is unacceptable. So, but still so I held it, but damn thing did not go down, right? So eventually I built out, just I cut it somewhere here, but, and then, I went outside, and then I came back in, but so these longs were aggressive longs. Even this 530 area in NQ right here, I gave it in Discord that watch 530. One candle has to go through this and 530 together, and this candle was the one. Slight pullback. Now at this point, let's say if you're aggressive, right, then you know that buyers actually broke out about this balance, right? And this was a pullback at 530 level, right? You can go long here, but it's a very aggressive, valid setup but aggressive setup, so that's why it's a different arrow here, right? I didn't take this one, and then price went higher, right? And here also, so then it went higher, right? So I was in working on my deck, then I came back, price was here, right? So then I saw this, price coming down to this. So at that point, right? So think about this, guys. If buyers were so much in control, right? So look at this also. Look at my notes also here. So this was my notes at 6 o'clock, right? Preferred buyers area. This was listed as a preferred buyer area. This was listed as a backup buyer area, right? This was listed as a backup sellers area. Target for today's buyers, right? Above 480. So above 480, this area target is this, right? So when I came back here, after my deck work, right here, so you can see it here. This was the backup sellers area and target, right? It already achieved. It went straight up into it, right? Look at a higher time frame, you will see price was already moving up, already moved up so much in overnight, and then it went higher straight up here. ES 4250, we know it's a key area, it's a preferred sellers area. Price went straight into it, right? At this point it should hold here and go to moon, but instead it came down, correct? Then it came up, came down again. So this was the sign that somebody is shorting it, price is exhausted, it's done, and it was 1040 at the time, which was this, right? So price was, looks like Emini. Guys, sorry, I have to just shout because parents are talking loud. But anyway, so, and I am late today in preparing the video. But so here, this was the short. Now it is a risky short, right? But the location was good, and the reading was, it's already achieved this target. Both of these are key areas. It's like do or die areas. One response has to be there. That is the whole idea. Now, yes, you are fading against these internals, they were super bullish, right? So, but then look at it, yesterday, despite this bullish internal, price didn't go higher, and then overnight it achieved these targets, right? So now coming into today, you're seeing the price at 4250, like it's no way it's sustainable, and then couple of stocks like Amazon, Apple, Google, they were close to their exchange areas, and I already talked about those areas also in Discord. So combining all these things, it's worth a short here, or you wait and look for later on opportunity, but this was a risky short, but it was lined up, with by all this reading, right? So this was the first short, right? Then price went down, right, around 1050. So you can see it here. See, these two shorts are lined up, right? Because now it has to hold above 480. See, it was the whole idea was when it gaps up above, it has to hold above it, correct? Or this 530 area. But here it failed. See, here first time it held it, second time it held it, here it failed, right? So the short should be either here or it would be right here, Then what happened? Then price sliced through this rim number, this 502 and 480. All of them together. See, in the morning it fought this 480, but now on the way down it just sliced through it, right? As usual, this rim number 470 acted here, right? So there you can take a long, your exhaustion long, right? But now you have to really watch, right? Because by the time you can see internal started going down, right? Here also going down, and you are seeing now this first momentum down, right? If buyers were so strong, they should have held it here, but here also for below first hour, right? 11 o'clock. So here there was a short, and then it just sliced through it, right? So now you are looking at long, because 370, 300 area, that was the max you can ask for today from sellers, So this was the target actually for sellers, right? These two areas. So here definitely by default you have to go long, That was the area I was waiting in the morning. If 448 and this 448, I cannot take it now because price is still stepping down. But this I can take it because now it's too much down move. Remember, recent context is short-term buyers are in control, so they will respond it here. At the same time, 1120, you can see it. ES came to 25. These are the areas I gave it in Discord. 28, 28. Somebody asked. I said no 28, 25, 20, 13, and 05. Those are the four areas I gave for the longs. So this 25 was the long setup, but you can bail out here, right here, you know. Then you have to watch what is going on, you know, and then let's say, you know, like this, you can see it here, like this, right? So then price started trending higher, correct? So between 11:30 to 13:20, right? So you can see it here, 11:30, 13:20, up to this point, right? Between this. But before that there was a momentum to the downside also. So now you know day is most likely ping pong kind, right? So both sides can active. And then 13:20 you can see this VWAP, me, right? All of this thing, and price was chopping around, correct? And then it was trending higher like this. And the moment this trend line is broken, right, you can short right here or here, right? And this balance you can build it also. Same thing you can do it in NQ, right? Short here, trend line broken, short, target this, long here, back to this area, and you're done. Here also by default long, preferred buyers area, straight into it, you go long, bail out here or here, you know. Same thing here. And I took this longs, you know, by default 100 contracts, pretty much 100 contracts here, 100 contracts here. I'm not joking, 100 contract here also, and I'm not joking, you know. So here is the screenshot, you know, I put it in Discord, 4207. See, this is the auto order, right? 45 and 5, 50 contracts, bailout was 19. Okay, then NQ, right? So hold on. So this is NQ, 324, 304, 50 and 50, 100 contract, right? Target was this 337, right? That was achieved. And then 324, which is this area, and this auto longs. Okay, then these are the shorts, I took it, you know, and these are descriptions, you know, exit, all these shorts are there, you know, all these shorts. Okay, and so that be all for these things, correct? So all I did was just played these levels, that's all, you know. And then now let's talk about Mboxwave, right? So I didn't check Mboxwave today, so I'm just checking it first time, so I draw some arrows in between, right? So of the open, see, contextually this were the super aggressive longs, right? But based on Mboxwave, let's say if you don't know about the levels, then, you know, by following simply Mboxwave, this was the long here, you know, by looking at this, you know, everything was good, right? Breakout of this, right? So that was the long right here. Guys, so you will see some background noise, you know, my parents-in-law, you know, they are just not listening, I'm shouting, but you know, but anyway, so this was the long, right, based on purely on Mboxwave, which I did not take it, right? Then there was a price went higher, right? So you are managing your trade, right, depending on your exit. I don't know what your exit strategy, right? But these were my levels, right? So definitely here I would take an exit, definitely. These are the levels, you know, that I gave it to the folks at 6 o'clock in the morning, right, which is around here, right? So this level was never tested before, so it is not like I draw it like after 8 o'clock. It was drawn at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? So these levels were there already, right? So then you can see it, the importance of the level. 511 was my level, and you can see it, price here after I published the notes and levels, price was holding it here. See that? That was my naked dream number. Then price broke out above it, right? So that was your long based on if you follow this, you know, and the levels together. But anyway, it was aggressive price to pay. Then what happened? Then let's say you're managing off, you know, and then maybe you know about this level and you bailed out or whatever, right? Or you did not bail out and then price just came down, right? And then here, right, it like slight poke and then it came down, right? So now it depends on how you want to manage it, right? So usually I try to take profit. If I go aggressive long, I take aggressive exit also, you know. But anyway, so this, however you managed it, right? But then price came down, correct? And then it went into this support. That was also my level, right? So here it bounced it, but then there is no entry here, right? There is no divergence, nothing, right? So you just wait, it slice through it. See, at this point you know that price went through morning low and tapped this balance. You can technically short here, right here, you know, but still there is no signals here, you know, it's just pure price action. This was a short. Okay, then price went down 416, 80, 35, right? There was a divergence going on here. At the same time, when price sliced through it, there was a double algo. So you can short here, with the algo, right? Because there is no upside momentum is gone, right? Then price went down, right, in your favor, but then it never closed below this low, right? This was also my levels, by the way. Then it went higher, triple algo, correct? So now let's say if you are holding these shorts, be looking at this, you will short again, correct? But remember, you're shorting at the tail end now. Price already moved down. See my point? So you have to wait for a price to fight it out, no? So, but anyway, regardless of whatever you did, right, you can either take this short or you can ignore because of this divergence, right? Because there is no enough selling here, right? So, but anyway, whatever you did, however you managed it, right? And then price went higher, higher. There is a delta divergence here, right? Another high, delta divergence. See, buying is gone here, right? See, this was a perfect short. I would take this short right here, perfect short, right? And you can see it, there is nothing here, there is no upside cumulative delta also, right? So it's exhaustion kind of. You can take a short here, and then you can write it down to the next level to level game. This was my also level, both of this. So take a profit here, and if you know already that this is a good level, which was, that's where I went 100 contract long, here and here both, right? So without even looking at this, but you can see it, there was a clear cut divergence and the selling is gone, right? So this was your long, and that be all. Now for those 100 contracts, you can look at the my previous part of this video, but these were the contracts. You can screenshot it or whatever you want to do. These were a couple of longs in ES, and then there are a bunch of other longs also, but anyway, you can look into this, and that be all.